Hello everybody, I am the Linkzilla, and welcome to Brutal Doom64. Yep, turns out that, Sergeant Mark has graced us with his own take on the Brutal Doom game. So, basically this is the modded version of Doom 64, basically bringing in with basically the Brutal Doom flair to it. So, yeah, I guess basically it's like, Brutal Doom has pretty much spoiled me. It's not just for the over-intensified gore and violence, but really mostly how the guns work and certain other mechanics. Basically having, like, many of the bonuses that come with playing the games that I really missed when playing Doom 3, so... But anyways, let's just get into it, shall we? Let me just basically look up the story so far. Really don't like the fact that basically, like, these games, even the modded ones, don't basically come with a story in text inside the actual game itself. As quoted from the Doom 64 manual, your fatigue was enormous, the price for encountering pure evil. Hell was a place no mortal was meant to experience. Stupid military doctors, their tests and treatments were of little help. In the end, what did it matter? It was all classified and sealed. The nightmares continued. Demons. So many demons relentlessly pouring through. You see, that's interesting because, basically speaking, after experiencing what he saw on Phobos, Deimos, and then eventually again on Earth, literally, and then basically the events of Plutonia and TNT Evolution, effectively, Doom Guy John is now suffering from PTSD. And it's gotta be the worst type of PTSD as well, because how exactly can you expect to go back to your normal life after what you have seen? If you basically had actual knowledge that hell was a real place, and it was trying to get you, and there's no sign of God anywhere. No sign that help is ever going to come and save you from what is beyond. So, continuing, far away, the planetary policy was clear, and absolute quarantine was guaranteed by apocalyptic levels of radiation. The empty, dark corridors stand motionless, abandoned. The installation sealed. Well, it seems like the UAC finally did something. They abandoned the old UAC bases on, I guess, Phobos and Mars, and now basically all that research has been sealed up. The demons were flooded with so much radiation that they had to have been killed, right? I once put a bullet in one of these things that took off the top of its head, and it still kept coming at me. The present. A long-forgotten relay satellite, barely executing, decayed by years of bombarding neutrons, activates and sends its final message to Earth. The satellite's message was horrific. From the planetary void, there came an energy signature unlike anything sampled before. The classified archives are opened. The military episode, codenamed Doom, were not actually completed. A single entity with vast rejuvenation powers marked by extreme radiation escaped detection. In its crippled state, it systematically altered decaying dead carnage back into corrupted living tissue. The mutations are devastating. The demons have returned, even stronger, more vicious than before. As the only experienced survivor of the Doom episode, your commission is reactivated. Your assignment is clear. Merciless extermination. You saddle up, you go to gear up with the UAC, you get on a drop ship for Mars, preparing to be dropped off, to go and deal with the forces of hell. One last time. You see, I like this story because Doom 2 Hell on Earth was almost like a direct continuation of the first Doom game. Like, it's almost like an episode 5, or maybe an episode 5, 6, and 7, like in the original Doom story. This, however, feels like a genuine sequel. Like, all of that felt like one continuous story from the get-go, but this feels more like Aliens to the original Alien. In that movie, Ripley had barely survived the encounter with the alien aboard the Nostromo, and now the corporation, Weyland-Yutani, they want to recruit her to go back to LV-426 after they lose contact with a colony out there to see if anything is going on, and if there are aliens, to hopefully wipe them out. And Ripley's like, no way, there's no way I'm going back there. There's no way I'm gonna basically, like, do all this again. But unfortunately, Ripley has nightmares. She has nightmares about what she experienced in the first movie, and it's clear that she can't adjust back to civilian life without basically getting some kind of closure on it. And so, she ends up accepting on the condition that we're going out there to destroy them. Not to study, not to bring back, but to wipe them out. Effectively speaking, like, that seems like something that I think that John will ultimately kind of go for, especially considering that technically the UAC did nuke the site from orbit. I mean, I'm surprised because I actually thought that they used bombs instead of just waves of radiation to hit the planet with, but whatever. So, I'd imagine that basically, like, John would initially refuse to go back, but then basically after a few sleepless nights, he'd basically think, alright. But he'd have to basically be paid, like, an enormous sum of money in order to go back. As in, money that would be paid to his sister, and with the intent that she use it to take care of her kids. Because, well, we'll get to that, won't we? Let's see. It looks like all my controls are fully configured. This is actually done on Xandronum, basically the Xandronum source port. Which is interesting, because I started out playing Brutal Doom on Xandronum, but it seemed kind of slow compared to GZ Doom. And basically, well, I ended up basically going with, well, this mod basically has only been released for Xandronum, so I couldn't really use GZ Doom for it. So it'll be interesting going back. Enable Janitor? Yes, because basically, having all that blood, I don't want it to slow down my computer. And so far, we've basically talked enough about this. Let's get into the game now. This will basically be the first time I've played Doom64, so I think I'll go with Tactical. Now, I'm going to do the campaign. This mod actually includes a kind of intro that features you landing on the planet, on the going into the facility with like a squad of other Marines, and there are demons everywhere. I don't consider that to be officially part of the story, but we'll have to consider where this goes when it comes around to getting to the Doom 64 audio drama. And so, basically speaking, effectively speaking, I've never really played Doom 64 before, so I don't really know what to expect from the difficulty of this game, so I don't really want to go for many of the harder difficulties, because I don't want to basically end up making this basically into kind of like just a die marathon. So, I'll go with the mid-tier difficulty. Let's rock! Oh, I think I actually only shot one of my own guys. I know the entrance to the facility is this way. Arachnotrons. Wow, these guys are actually staying alive a whole lot better than I thought they would. I guess it was really more or less up to me to shoot them dead, right? I am bleeding and I'm in a whole lot of trouble. Guys, over here. Run! That's a cyber demon if you guys couldn't tell. And I am in no condition to actually square off with him because I've only got 5 bullets left. 4 bullets. Now, some of you who have played Brutal Doom64 in the past, you guys know that this first level actually has a secret exit. You see that bloodstain right there? That's to indicate that there's a secret wall there that drops. Now, it only drops when you do something very specific, and that's you have to go all around the base and destroy every single... What are you doing? You have to destroy... You have to destroy every single explosive barrel. Now, there's a barrel in the other exit room that's all the way at the end, but you don't want to... But that's not the smart way to do it, because the wall only drops temporarily. So the idea is that you're supposed to save this one barrel for the end and go about the facility destroying the rest of them. You basically save this barrel for the end so that pretty much when you get back to it, you can immediately go into the adjacent room and basically get the secret exit. Unfortunately, the secret exit takes you to a very difficult level that I'm just not prepared for in this situation. So, and this is what the Berserker packs look like. You can tell because it's blackened out. And hold on, I don't have a secondary fire, do I? Custom guys control. Secondary fire, mouse 2, weapon reload, weapon zoom. Oh, I guess he didn't even bother programming to look down the barrel, huh? That's the only thing that I'm really not looking forward to with this mod, because it's clear that the mod isn't exactly 100% finished yet, but I'm just looking to basically, like, play the game and experience it for myself. I think I've been playing Doom 3 too much. Yep. So those are our pinkies now, huh? Shouldn't there have been a shotgun, like, right here? Huh. Oh, there was. Awesome. That's the kind of shotgun I know and love. Armor. Oh, there are 10 barrels in this area. Requires relocation. These barrels are being... purposes of the Omega Outpost. So there is an Omega Outpost. So I guess that's supposed to be your clue to basically blow up all the barrels in order to get a secret. And, speaking of secrets... Chainsaw. Check out how the chainsaw looks in this game. It comes with 2 blades. That's the only thing that I don't like about this mod, is that now the chainsaw actually has fuel, much like Doom 2016 does. Basically, you can no longer pretty much just spam the chainsaw and cut your enemies down as they gang up on you. That's the blue door, so I need the blue key. Ooh, a secret wall. Okay. Looks like there's nowhere to go but up. You know, I wonder. No flashlight. Doesn't look like I have any grenades either. Man, this is gonna be difficult. I miss having grenades. Aha! Blue key card. I really like the aesthetic of this game because even though I've never played it, I can already tell that it's going for something different than the original Doom games were. Like, basically, a lot of people consider Doom64 to be the true Doom 3. Like, the first legitimate attempt to make a third installment in the Doom franchise. And they also basically added the whole atmosphere and slow crawl horror aspect, basically to where you're pretty much crawling around, like, in the dark and not really knowing where to go. Is this a room? Aha. Alright. I'm the guy. Man, I'm starting to think that maybe Doom 3 ruined me. Because now, basically, like, I'm expecting for it to automatically save as soon as I hit. Shotgun guy. Who closed the wall behind me? That's illegal. Assholes. Aha. Yeah, that's going to be tricky to get used to. The fact that because everything has been redesigned in this game, I don't really know what anything looks like. Like, I'm only guessing that those were switches based on, like, the fact that they're lit up. Let's see. Pretty sure that must have opened something back in the first area. Yep, that grate is now open. Hi. Have I mentioned how hard it is being me? Whoop! This was a trap. But, seems to be a good trap. Ooh, there's a secret with a soul sphere hidden somewhere. Oh, this looks promising. How do I activate that? Hope you guys don't mind, but I will be consulting a walkthrough, so... Because basically, this is the first time I've played it. Not really sure what I'm doing. Maybe this is the switch that activates it. Yes! Dang it. Looks like I have to write it up. Another interesting thing that this mod adds is that Doom Guy now has a stamina bar. Basically, if you check down by my health, basically you'll see a number 100. If I do things like sprinting... Aha! If I do things like sprinting, it'll take down my stamina bar by a significant amount. And if I kick, it also takes down the stamina. So, I have to be very careful about what I'm going to end up about how I'm going to be moving. Notice how there's barely any music playing. That's basically like helping to build the atmosphere in my mind. Okay. Holy crap, I missed a secret. Oh well. Oh yeah, it was probably that secret exit. Well, that was the first stage, and it only took me about 10 minutes to do. Alright, so... I'm pretty sure that I don't need to worry that I don't need a walkthrough until I get to stage 4. You guys see this wall here? That's where the exit is, but for some reason I can't jump in there. I can jump here, and I can even jump there, but here... Close, but no cigar. There's a wall there. Trust me. That's the yellow door, so I need the yellow key. Oh, God. Yep, this game really wanted to show off the lighting mechanic. Well, this has trap written all over it. Or ambush, but I think that was the chain gun. Just want to basically, like, stumble my way around here until I can find a light switch. There we go. Much better. And mega armor. I think that since I'm still at 127... Oh! 166. I might save this for a while. One thing that I'm definitely missing is the heads-up display. And I'm definitely missing having a flashlight. You see, that's another indication that the guy from Doom 3 isn't John the Guy Walker. Because John knows basically to build a flashlight into his armor instead of basically having to carry one around separately. Soul Sphere. These are light-up goggles. I think that I might save them for when I Need to navigate through that darkened area again. I'll need the red key for this one. Well, it looks like we're on Phobos again, because that's Mars. So, I wonder if we ever got Deimos back. Wait, never mind. I just picked up a Berserk pack and I got confused as to why it didn't heal me, but then I remembered that I'm at 161. I'm at 161 units of health, so why would it help? Why would it heal me at this point? Need the blue key. I'm pretty sure that this is where I get it, but I think that I'm also going to get ambushed here. These are all definitely doors, and they all definitely have monsters hiding behind them. But that looks like a backpack. Backpack. Armor shard. Okay, so maybe they all definitely don't have monsters in them, but they all definitely have traps in them. See? Never start with the head. The victim gets all fuzzy. You can't possibly feel the next. See? Come on, you imps! You want to live forever! Whoa, I kicked him dead. John has no chill anymore. As we discussed in Doom 3, John is now getting to that point where he no longer has any chill, especially not for the UAC. But it's actually kind of a shame because this game implied that the UAC was actually making the effort to leave Mars and the teleportation project, and most importantly, Hell, alone. So it honestly makes me wonder what happened afterwards. That is, if basically the supposed time frame for Doom 2016 is to be believed. I personally don't think that it is. I think that somebody there made a mistake, because there's no way that Doom 2016 even takes place in the same century as the other Doom games. Right, time to get my chain gun. Dang it. Meet. Nice to meet you. Huh. You know, it's something that I wanted to basically make a comment about the chainsaw. I have a feeling that, like, in the Doom audio drama, when we finally get around to making that, I'm gonna have a scene where John is meeting up with the UAC and they're discussing all the getting him his equipment and all the changes that they've made to it. He picks up the chainsaw and sees that it now has 2 blades of teeth and not just one. And he has a kind of Terminator 2 moment where basically it's like, you guys know the scene from Terminator 2 when they're in the armory down in Mexico and the Terminator picks up a minigun and basically he looks at John Connor and smiles? Yeah, that's basically what John's gonna have. Alright, I've got the blue key. Now I head towards the blue room. Literally. Oh! Oh well, since I'm not playing in any form of realism mode, they don't seem to be hurting me all that bad. But my armor is basically whittling down. Ideally, you're supposed to fall down there, but unfortunately, I do things by different rules. I'm pretty sure that this door leads... Uh-oh. Specters. They are going to be incredibly hard to spot in this game because, as you can see, they really have, with the new graphics, they really have amped up the invisibility on them. Like, even in the Brutal Doom mods, they basically enhanced the Specters, but for those of you who have played Vanilla Doom, Specters weren't really all that invisible. They were just pinky demons that basically were grayed out, that basically looked like they were made of static from, like, old TV sets, but in Brutal Doom, they were enhanced to where they were now almost totally invisible. They became partially visible when you shot them, but the only thing that you could actually see from them was their eyes. Here, I basically just shot at 2 puffs of smoke. Rockets. About that secret level in the first game, I think it's called, like, Heretic, maybe. Basically speaking, the only point to that level is that you can get the shotgun, you could get the rocket launcher super early in the game, but I personally don't think that it's worth it, so... Aha! And also access to the Soul Sphere. But for now, we're going to leave it alone because we're doing pretty good on health. And plus, I like leaving these levels with as much health as possible, so... Though I'm surprised that monsters aren't basically coming out of the walls trying to get me here. So, looks like I'm going to have to do what the Blue Room intended me to do. And that's basically to walk underneath a series of crushers. So... Dang it! I'm surprised that this place even still has power. Hydrocon generators. They can last a very long time. Red key. This game is really interesting because it's one of the first Doom games that was ever made by a third party. Like, I'm pretty sure that, like, id Software gave the go-ahead on, like, making this game, but it was actually developed entirely from the ground up for the Nintendo 64 console, and it was developed by Midway, of all developers, so that's impressive. Right, that teleporter takes you right back to the blue door, at which point you can now go and find your way to the red door. Now this is interesting because basically Doom64, as well as I'm pretty sure the Plutonia Experiment and TNT Evolution, were now running on new engines that could basically allow for the stages to be changed in various kinds of ways that the original 2 Doom games couldn't. So let's see what happens. Yep. I don't like the fact that the screen looks like it's glitching out, though. Basically, the crusher here, the pistons, they open up the next section of the level that you have to go to. Unfortunately, you're not allowed to leave until the animation is done. Yep, there we go. Aha! Escalators, escalators, escalators! Eels! Huh. Aha! So that's what this area was. That's what I really missed when playing Doom 3, the ability to shoot two guys at once. I mean, without something like a rocket launcher. Now this is a shotgun. Maybe I should do a running gag that, like, basically the MartianBuddy.com stuff is actually of very poor quality. Problem is, I can't guarantee whether or not the shotguns were even sent by Martian Buddy. MartianBuddy.com. Aha! Well, I see where the yellow key is, but how do I get to it? Isn't that wall supposed to come down by now? Ow. See what I mean, people? See, now it comes down. And now I can leave. Pretty sure I can grab this now. And pretty sure I can grab these now. I think I'm a clone now. You see basically how much it lights it all up? That's supposed to be a camera feed? Nope. And the thing about this game is that night vision goggles actually last a long time. Kind of wish that I could take them with me into the next area. Right. The Terraformer. Took me 20 minutes. Well, oh well, what can you do? That was a bad idea. What the hell? UAC, this is Walker. I think I've discovered something new. We read you, Walker. What is it? What do you got for us? The demons. It seems like they've crossbred imps with specters. And now we've got these things. Basically, some kind of variety of imp that can turn invisible. They're incredibly fast-moving. They seem to be... Their plasma seems to burn hotter than normal imps as well. They're incredibly hard to hit. Right, we read you, Walker. See if you can get a few tissue samples to send to us. And John, watch your back up there. Thankfully, that one used his body to shield me from the other one. These are what's known as nightmare imps, and I actually had my reservations about playing the Brutal Doom mod with them because as fast and hard to see as they were in the original game, the Brutal Doom mod only ups the ante with them, and I honestly was wondering whether or not it was worth it. But I actually am planning on playing a version of Vanilla Doom64 since it's going to be released, and basically I'm probably going to end up getting it as part of like the pre-order bundle for Doom Eternal. Then again, I think I've had to change a lot of my plans as of late. Right now, I really wish I had a flamethrower. That's the best way to deal with invisible opponents. Wait a second, I found a secret, and I got an invincibility spear. Dang it. Wish I had gotten it when I could actually use it. When I actually, was in trouble and desperately needed it. All because I backed into a wall? Okay, I've got the blue key. Let's hope this thing lasts long enough for me to run into something. Ah! These are the new version of the Cacodemons. As you can see, they've gotten a bit of an update because they now look like pain elementals with the arms and whatnot, and the horns. But trust me when I say that they're definitely Cacodemons, as they don't spit up lost souls. We are going to run into the pain elementals, and you're going to basically see the stark contrast of what the new mutant spawn pain elementals look like. I was really hoping to have this. When did I pick this up? See, that's basically like one of the things that I don't like about this so far is that when I pick up a new weapon, I don't automatically switch to it. So, let me see. Next weapon, wheel up, wheel down, inventory. Toggle auto map, chase cam, V, screenshot, spectate, taunt. Gameplay options. Team damage, team play, falling damage, drop weapons, double ammo, infinite ammo. Might go for some of these things, just to have some fun. Big power-ups respawn, fast monsters, degeneration, allow auto-aim, suicide, no thanks. Allow jump, crouch, allow free, allow BFG, auto-map, allow spying, chase cam, cheat, no. Let's see, check ammo for weapon switch. Allow player identification, unblock players, allow rocket jumping. Never actually tried that. Allow autumn dropping, force translucency, full blood brightness. Well, doesn't look like I basically have any options to basically switch to a new weapon as soon as I pick it up, so I have no idea how I got the super shotgun, but either way, I'm glad to have it. Especially since, As you can tell, these friggin' new cacodemons take a lot of punishment. Ah, great. Lost souls. Well, I'm hiding in the closet. Man, I was just asked to come up here, and then John locked himself in the closet. Okay, I got the yellow key, and now I head back into this thing. More of these guys. I am bleeding. Rocket launcher. Ooh, rocket present. Very important. Yes, I keep safe. Let nobody touch. You see, I'm starting to get the sense that, like, the development team of Doom 3 took a lot of inspiration from this game, because that there was an imp hiding behind a door that immediately tried to get me as soon as I opened it. Seem familiar to you guys? Man, I bet this never happened to the other fella. And Soul Sphere. You guys think I should get it now or save it for later? I think I'll save it for later. Because stuff like that would happen and completely fuck me over. Keep your eye out for any switches. We need the red key, and I'm pretty sure the exit should be right around the corner. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Ah! Well, looks like don't want to miss the opportunity, you know what I'm saying? Because now I know when to duck. Huh. This is a Brutal Doom mod, but I can't seem to get my health past 200. Yeah, I was afraid of this. I mean, basically this mod basically came out 3 years ago, and I don't know if Sergeant Mark has any ambition to continue improving on it, but it just sort of feels like an incomplete compared to how much dedication he put into the classic Brutal Doom. Then again, the guy also makes his own expansion packs for, like, the original Doom engine, so... These imps are enhanced. Like me. Aha! I saw that wall go up. You can't pretend to tell me that I didn't. Right. Let's leave. Main engineering. What else was there to kill? Alright. Looks like I've made it to episode 4, level 4, so I need to keep a lookout for a secret exit in this one. So... hopefully that's the sound of them fighting and killing each other. Was that it? Basically, this switch allows you to go back into the cage from whence you came. There is a berserker pack up there. Oh. I guess it opens it up, so... but I don't need it for right now. Soul Sphere. Does that seem right to you? I was about to say that that's more proof that the other guy on Mars isn't John, because John is the only one who so far has run into the Soul Spheres. But then, basically, now I have to concede that that guy on Mars, he's the one that ran into the Soul Cube. So one runs into Soul Spheres, the other runs into Soul Cubes. But then again, I killed my Cyber Demon. I have a feeling that the more of those I open, the more monster closets are going to open up. Just a minute! Give me a second to get dressed and I'll open up! Nothing. So... I must have opened up something for real. No, nothing I could see. We start taking money for public toilets. Oh, great. Again. Must have opened one of the doors. Or a red area. Chain gun. No idea how you're supposed to get this legitimately, but I don't really have time for legitimate. What the? Oh no. Hell Knight. Wait, no, this... I'm pretty sure... No, this is a Hell Knight. Oh, it's just you. I was afraid it was somebody bigger. Now, the question is that the blue key down there? Yep, it is. Any traps gonna go off? Maybe I've been playing Doom 2 for too long. Huh. I'm sure that it'll get, like, manically insane when I basically get into later areas of the game. It's so ironic. I remember basically, like, as I was preparing to do this Let's Play, I was watching somebody else play through all of Doom64, like, in one quick solid run-through, with no commentary. All the while I was watching it, I was also talking on the phone with my grandmother, talking about my brother, the stuff that he's been going through, and my brother's basically been in a bad position for a while now, and I certainly feel for him. I certainly don't envy him. I myself am about to be in a very bad position, so... And, well, I think that I can honestly say that my brother is gonna be doing alright for a while. Like, he seems to basically, like, be in a better place than he used to be, so I guess I could be glad for him. I'm just now realizing that since I got the blue key, I didn't even really need to activate these switches. Problem is, don't know where the blue door is. Did I hear a lost soul? Uh-oh. I'm pretty sure this is the room with the secret exit, which means that I have to solve a puzzle in order to get out. And I definitely want to get the secret exit in this world because this one is incredibly valuable to the entire game and the lore of the entire game, as well as the lore of the entire Doom franchise. Where'd you come from? Pretty sure that that's where the exit is, or at least it's up there. I knight thee, Sir Splatters a lot. What shot at me? I just basically wasted all of my health. Let's see. Omega Outpost clearance changed. We are having new tests at the Omega Outpost. It's of extreme importance that nobody can enter or leave the facility during the tests. Only personnel with level 8 clearance are allowed. The access code has been changed to 3124. 3124, eh? Well, I've got 4 switches out here. Three, 1, 2, 4. Face sodding your shut. And now I know better than to open the door with the friggin' knights behind it. Except there's already a knight out there. One's enough. Oh, I was basically thinking that I'd have to go back for that first soul sphere. I'm gonna save to find out where this is gonna take me. Rocket launcher. So maybe this isn't the area with the secret exit, although those textures are not adding up. Hold on, guys. I'm getting a call. Oh, God. I'm starting to wonder if that was actually bad news. You know what? I think I'll just save the video for right now and then basically get back to... Okay, so we're back. Sorry for basically having to take that little time out to basically, like, take care of that phone call. You know, it's weird because you basically, like, sometimes you just don't want to talk to your older sister because she's going to want to talk to you about stuff that you really just don't want to be bothered with at the moment. But then you remember that you're expecting to hear some bad news from her. And now, 3, 1, 2, and 4. They seem to be lined up, so... Oh yeah, the rocket launcher's arc in this mod. Oops. Ay. Ay, 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 ay. You were expecting to hear bad news, and then you don't necessarily hear the bad news that you were expecting. The news isn't 100% good, but it's still hopeful, so I'll probably have to do another video explaining what I'm talking about, and because I don't want it to dampen this video. So, let's move on to the secret level. Secret, 100%. Outpost Omega. The vast silence reminds you of the military morgue. You knew the installation had a classified level. The UAC had some good reason to hide this place. You wonder what it could be. Alright, Fortage. Time to find out what you and Romero had hidden up here. What didn't you want Betruger to find and take from you? Open the door. Chain gun, guys. These are additions made to the mod, and is that a special shotgun? I guess that was what the regular shotgun looks like, or maybe even the assault rifle. Oh, great. Who invited you guys to the party? Revenants. I was actually looking forward to not having them in the game for once. Because when it comes to the monster roster of this game, the Revenants were one of the ones that was left behind. Basically, when it comes to the N64 cartridge, it doesn't have enough space as, like, typical discs do, so... And that's basically why there's been a shortage of monsters appearing on screen, because, effectively speaking, looks like we've got our new friends here as well. Old friends are saying hello. Basically, when it comes to, like, Sergeant Mark, he basically decided to re-add them into the game. Wonder what other surprises he's got for me. If you're wondering what that is the new Pain Elemental. As you can see, it now has 2 mouths for spitting out lost souls. I have got no armor left. Gotta find some health. My armor's low. Why won't the bad guys just fucking die? We would like to announce, experiment W0573 results. We'd like to announce that the last experiment with the CPC have been successful. Our attempts at using reverse engineering to copy the Unmaker. What the hell's the Unmaker? The Unmaker's mechanisms produced great results. Using the demonic artifact, we were able to accelerate an ionic beam at levels never seen before by mankind, and the result is simply the most reliable and powerful laser weapon ever built. The final prototype was able to fire for a record of 30 seconds without overheating and 7 hours and 39 minutes without a firing failure. We will soon be able to send this weapon to mass production lines. We have stored the working prototype along with the demonic artifact inside the top security storage. We will ship the artifact back to the main research lab so Dr. Randy can continue with his Revenant project in 70 hours. After that, we will begin a new experiment to make a bigger version of the prototype weapon. So, Dr. Lewis, Weapons Development Section, Alpha Labs Research Coordination. I'm wondering if this was actually intended for the original game or if this was added for the mod, because this UAC intranet, huh? It sounds basically like Alpha Labs. This sounds like stuff that Doom 3 would have. Oh, wait. Hey, I pressed F1 and so far this popped up. The story so far: you killed the demons once. They were all dead. Or so you thought. You've been in space. You've been to hell. You've been to Earth. Finally, your mission is complete. The demon infestation has been eradicated. Your fatigue was enormous. Alright? That's basically where we basically came in, right? Or complete dead tissue. Merciless extermination. So, they've got a new weapons prototype up here, huh? Well, if they've got a new toy, I want it. They turned. Told them that coming up here was a bad idea. Why wouldn't they send me in alone? Symbol. Oops. Okay, so... Gotcha. Switch. Oh! Crap, I can't remember where the hell I went. There it is. This is very dangerous. I knew I wasn't going to keep it up. Put a ring in the ears. Okay. What the? You got the super secret laser gun. What? Hey, where'd you come from? What the heck is this thing? Laser. I'm starting to legitimately think that Sergeant Mark might have changed a whole lot more than I expected. So it really depends on like how much more he's changed on whether or not I will continue to play this version of the game. Because even though I like this version, basically like I'm pretty sure that Doom.exe will give me a more authentic experience and will also provide the type of experience that I'm looking for. Because basically, if Mark has decided to replace the super important gun that has a lot of lore-related stuff surrounding it, that basically is the only reason why I really am considering playing this game, then I'm gonna be pissed. Alright. Ooh. Exit. But there's still so much more to do. I'm positive that basically I can get the red key in this level as well, but where is it? Aha! I knew that that friggin' panel did something. Okay. Oh, make you buy! Wow, they weren't kidding. This thing is stupid powerful. It's an enhanced laser. This thing might be more penetrating than the BFG. Just making sure that there are no red-colored secrets that I'm missing in this area. Okay, there's one more thing I want to try before leaving. It's down here, I think. Because what is the point of this room here? Yes. What the hell is this thing? I have a feeling that it wasn't meant to be touched. I just found one of the 3 demon keys. Now, how am I supposed to get out of here? Shit. Looks like I'll have to find a way to lower that platform in order to get in there legitimately. There we go. Yes. The demon artifact. This must have been left behind. Speaking of which, when we leave, might as well check out that monitor again, see if they had a date stamped onto it. Oh, crap. Stinson. Doesn't look like there's a date on it. But now that we have the demon artifact, we can leave. And I think that basically that is a good stopping point. So that is all the time that we have for this video, guys. I think that I need to do some research to basically into Doom64, Brutal Doom64, to see if they actually did fully replace the specific gun that I'm looking for with this thing, because this thing looks like the sprite of the flamethrower that he added into the game. So anyways, it'll probably be a while before you guys could see this video because I'll have to edit these two clips together. So hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like it, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Share, like it, share with your friends. You want to keep up to date with more Doom64 coming your way in the future, then be sure to smash that subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. And as always, I will catch you guys in the next video. Later.